Welcome back to Unqualified and Uneducated, where we give you our unqualified and uneducated opinion on all things. That was Carl intro the podcast, actually. I can't even do a regular intro because that was... Can you hit us with that one more time? Hey. So if you don't know what that is, you haven't seen Aquaman. On this podcast today, we're going to be doing... We're doing the movie reviews.
Hold up. If you guys trying to take that and put that on your videos now, that's at least $5.
That's copyright infringement. So let me tell you what we're doing today. We're going to be doing movie reviews for all you people that want the movie reviews. This episode is all about movies. And on today's episode, we got G coming back.
G-Baby's here. G-Baby.
What is going on?
Nothing much. I'm doing good.
I got to ask you a question because the last episode you talked when we had the would you rather, you said you chose the tacos over sushi. And you said you don't get good Mexican food nowadays. Mm-hmm. Is it because you're in New York right now?
Yeah.
So there's no good Mexican food out there?
Not really. Because I'm not in the city. I'm not on Long Island. So it's like an hour and a half east of the city. So it's mostly just suburbs.
You got that good ass iced tea though, huh?
They actually do have that at the Nets games. They're so Long Island iced tea. I was dead when I saw that.
It's awesome.
But it's mostly, they got pizza, they got bagels. The Mexican food
I heard the bagel game is big over there.
Pizza game gotta be good.
Is it the bagel game? They be putting the like fish on top. No,
like the lox.
Yeah,
the lox spread is good.
That's a thing, right?
It's so good.
Yeah.
But this, like, the bagels are so good because the outside is like a shell almost, and then the inside is super fluffy. It's so good, and then like they do not skimp on the cream cheese. It's like thick.
You gotta go
it's
with the cream
way
cheese.
thick on there. That's good.
I want you to piss off some people.
Okay.
Is the New York pizza better than? Is it the best?
Is it better than your Little Caesars?
In the world?
Is it better? Is it the best in America? Like, is it better than like a deep dish? I don't know. You had deep dish.
I have had deep dish
from Chicago.
Yeah.
Is it better
Chicago.
Is it better?
I think it's better.
Oh,
it's good. I'll be honest. I think it's
New York za, huh?
Because I think what it is the bottom is like crunchy, but not like bad crunchy, like a thin layer of crunch. But
it's like thin crust?
Yeah, it's thin crust, but the grease doesn't like seep through.
Oh, so it's not really. Is it not greasy?
No, not greasy. Well, it can be greasy. Like pepperoni gets greasy.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think they do sauce better, or at least maybe not better, but just like they have good sauce.
Good sauce.
And like the crust is usually pretty good. Fat slices for cheap.
Yeah.
Ooh,
like
that's always a come up.
Yeah. That's a plug.
You can get slices anywhere. You don't have to get the full pizza. I think it's good. I'm a fan.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
All right. Okay.
Is it closely related to Pizza My Heart pizza?
It's been
because they got some fat slices.
That's Pizza My Heart.
I do like Pizza My Heart. It might be pretty similar to that.
Because I never been to New York, so I don't know what it's about. You know?
But I'll be honest, like when we had Little Caesars, I was like, this is pretty garbage.
Like I hurts my soul.
And I was a fan of the Little Caesars, like in high school and stuff, because it's a clutch deal. But now I'm like, I think I might be past that.
I'm an adult. You know when you're an adult is when you don't mess with Little Caesars anymore.
Although the Lunas we had the other day I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, but it's different. Like, it's a different type of pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lunas was good the other day.
Yeah. They got a little bonus pizza review, I guess, on this episode.
Yeah, I just wanted you to piss off some of the fans out there. Or some of the people. He didn't. It's actually a smart move because you're going back to New York.
Yeah.
I'll get threats at the airport.
You don't like our pizza?
I mean, I've had the Chicago the deep dish before from this place, Uno's. And, I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good and all.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I like the deep dish, but it's almost like not pizza.
Yeah, it's like something different. Bro. It's like a
pie. Yeah, I had it from Chicago. It's like Garibaldi's or something.
Yeah, it was good. But I was just like, one slice really filled me up.
Yeah.
It really filled me up.
And that's the thing with pizza. You kind of want like more than one slice.
Yeah, I wanted to fold my pizza in half. But can't fold no pie.
You can't fold that. That pizza you actually need a fork.
That's proper technique. That's proper New York technique, Carl.
Wait, hold up. Is it proper though to eat it from the crust first?
I don't eat the crust first.
You put the triangle right at your face and then you turn it around.
Okay, so he takes the pizza and he first points the triangle at himself, right?
Yeah.
And then for some reason he just.
They spreading lies.
G did
That's
this.
not true. I took one bite of the crust, like
He's a
halfway
serial
through
killer.
the pizza.
That's
now
the
serial
litmus
killer.
test for serial killers.
Wow.
Watch out, New York.
Watch out.
The streets are not safe. So let's get to business. We're here to talk about 2 movies. One trash, one good. We're talking about Aquaman and Birdbox. Which one do you guys want to talk about first? You want to get the bad out the way?
Oh,
Let's
no,
talk
Bird
about-
Box.
Oh,
Wait,
Bird Box?
You gonna
Let's
talk
talk
Bird
about- I was thinking Aquaman.
Aquaman
first.
first.
Let's get it
Alright,
Aquaman out.
Aquaman first,
Let's go with the bad news and the good news. Aquaman is trash. Let's just start it off. I'm keeping the same energy. All you people on my Facebook saying Aquaman was good. What movie did you see?
I know that was the most busted superhero genre or whatever the hell. That was so garbage.
It wasn't a good movie.
No.
That's a good point because superhero movies have stepped it up.
Yeah.
like they're actually like good
became,
movies.
like
now.
Yeah.
decent.
That was Aquaman felt like if that had come out 10 years ago when
Like
superhero
when the Hulk,
movies hadn't
when
been
Hulk
out.
came out with Eric Bana.
Yeah, or whichever Hulk was garbage.
The very first one.
Eric Bana.
Yeah.
When they had the
Yeah.
Hulk dogs.
Yeah, that one sucked.
And they had like 7 different cameras.
When he was in
coming
the
up that
desert, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
screen, the
it's like
screen and screen.
three different
That was
screens on
garbage.
one screen. It was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember from that movie was a toad blowing up. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it felt like to me. It was like a superhero movie that was it just hasn't kept up, I think.
Yeah,
With like the complexity of the story.
It really wasn't, Like, and it goes back to my beef with all trailers, man. They showed us the whole entire movie in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's like...
Speaking on that, just real quick, if you want to watch this movie Escape Room, do not go to the previews for Aquaman because you see the first 3 escape rooms that they go through and the solutions. So just
trailer.
don't even.
Yeah,
Pointless.
that's true.
It's just pointless.
So the unqualified, uneducated rule of thumb, what is that, the 5th rule we created?
Yeah.
Don't watch trailers.
Don't watch trailers.
And that one's
true.
up there with the 60-minute curse in soccer.
Yeah, 60-minute curse. That's
60-minute
real,
curse.
bro.
That's the real
That's
thing.
the real
That's
curse.
Well, whoever's winning at 60 minutes.
Whoever's winning at 60 minutes, that next 30 minutes just fly by.
There's no
kinda
point.
true.
It just zooms by.
After 60 minutes, the next 30 minutes feels like 5.
They parked the bus,
There
dude.
was only one team.
It
Only one team went against it.
Mhm.
I forget who.
Belgium.
It was. Oh yeah, Belgium.
Yeah.
But it was Belgium versus Japan.
That crazy.
You had the damn 6'8" Belgians
Lukaku
versus the
and
5'3"
yeah.
Japanese.
That game was insane, too.
So
Yeah.
it's just sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's we just call it like we is, and we just make rules. That's the 5th
Yeah.
rule in the unqualified, uneducated handbook. But yeah, I just felt like with Aquaman, he's gonna become Aquaman. All right, so the whole point of the movie is to figure out how to get him from point A, where he's not Aquaman, to get him to becoming Aquaman and making the ride interesting. The ride really wasn't interesting. It was pretty much, I don't want to be a king. I don't want to be a king. I don't want to be a king. Oh, my mom's here. Still don't want to be a king. Oh wait, you said I could be a king, Mom? Okay, I'll be a king.
No, he doesn't want to be a king. He wants to be a hero.
Oh, so he still didn't want to be a king, but for some reason he's wielding the king's trident.
wheel, and now he's a hero.
I thought they tried to fit like 3 movies into one. They had like origin story, right? Where what you're talking about, like I don't want to do this, I don't want to be this, and then like they had to convince him to do that. Then they had the second story, which was like the whole thing with the pirates and
bro,
like that could have been the whole movie. Like they could have just developed that more, made the dude with the big helmet more interesting. Like made us care about the dad more.
Oh, I know,
right?
that dude just died, and I was like,
Immediately.
Yeah.
And you're right, because I don't want to cut you off, but that whole thing with the parent dying was to make us feel sympathetic towards the villain.
Yeah, like
It
I was
didn't
supposed to be
work.
like,
So when I first saw it, I was like,
pull for the big head.
like I thought they were building a villain that was like, because like I don't know if you've seen Black Panther or not, but Killmonger was actually like, he was like, oh, I can sympathize with what he's doing. I don't agree with his method.
That's spoilers. I haven't seen that yet,
too
bro.
bad. Close your ears. You can sympathize him with what he's doing. He's not going about the way I would think he would go about it, the right way. But at the end of the day, it's like, all right, I can see that.
Yeah.
That's what I thought they were doing with this guy.
Also, they do kill Killmonger's dad right away in Black Panther, but they did it better. Like they had, I don't know if it was acting or what, but like I felt
circumstance.
bad.
There's better circumstances. They're better. They fleshed out characters more. Their character is more relevant to the story. This one was just like,
It was like, hey son, my grandpappy gave me this knife at your age, and I'm gonna give the knife to you at your age. And it's like, what?
Okay.
And then he's like, I have a grenade.
No, he brought the rocket launcher.
Oh, yeah.
He brought that rocket launcher, shot Aquaman.
Yeah,
Aquaman said, "Pink."
Yeah, he's like...
And then
Aquaman speared him into the wall, and then, like...
Then he got trapped under a rocket.
Submarine started sinking, and then his dad just took out a grenade.
And blew himself up.
They also killed all those sailors, like all the innocent people.
Yeah, like I felt nothing for that.
We already like don't like these dudes. They just came in and just started killing all these people, and now you want us to care about him, right? Like
there has to be some. Yeah, there has to be some duality there. Yeah. That's what they were trying to do, but they didn't do it. They're just bad guys. So it's like, and even later in the film where they had to do when he was fixing the mantis suit, where he the laser shot his eyes and he ducked down and he looked up. I think that was another moment where they were trying to endear him to us. They're like, okay, this guy's not so bad.
Yeah,
but they just did a horrible job at.
It was so out of place too. They literally gave this random ass villain who wasn't even the villain for the whole movie, like a solid 2-minute, like cut scene where he was making his suit. He was just like building. The thing is, like, what's going on?
He actually, in the actual comic, he actually is a big time villain.
Which is why they should have had a whole movie.
He could have. I agree. He could have been the second. That could have been the second movie.
Yes,
I think that's what they're doing though.
And then
they're just. So why even
have him in there?
Yeah.
There's no reason.
It's because that's what movies are now. It's just plugging the next movie.
It's just that's the problem with DC. I want to get back on the contract, back on the track with talk about this movie, but DC just trying to compete with Marvel. It's just not the smart thing to do. Flesh out your universe, flesh out your characters. They're just trying. Let's do it now. Let's do it big. They gotta like start small and build up. But like, back to what you're saying. Like you said, there was like 2 movies in.
So the origin story, and then this whole thing with Manta, and then the third one of like the dude in Atlantis wanting to attack the surface.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was a movie on that was for sure.
They could. I don't mean to cut you off again, but that's like in that moment in itself, that's a huge social commentary about how we don't take care of the ocean.
Yeah.
And they could have had more sympathy when they were talking about they did this to the ocean, they did this, and they had like turtles dying and whales dying. I was like, man, flood that bitch. I was like, flood it all. Just let's go. I was willing to fight for Atlantis. I was ready.
Plus, and this is pretty spoilers, I guess, but like, so the dude, that king dude that wanted to attack the surface, he clearly paid the Manta dude to send that sub.
Yeah.
Right? So now I don't like the king.
Yep.
But if that never happened, now the king has like a legitimate reason to be like a villain.
Yeah.
He has like a just cause, like these people are trashing our ocean, let's fight back. So now like as the viewer I'm like, yo, he's got a point.
Ooh.
But by showing the sub, I'm like, you're just an asshole.
Yeah, he is. He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
So if you take Black Manta or Manta Black or Manta Black Man, I don't know what it is, Black Panda. You take him out of the movie. This is a whole. They could have so much to work with because then
it would have been fine without him in the movie.
It would have been probably better because then you're trying because then the writers have to figure out how do we make Aquaman just for doing
for being the hell out of his little brother.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
So like then they could have brought in Manta in like a post. Whatever.
Yeah, after the credits were like, oh.
Just introduce him or something.
Like his dad was in a boat and Aquaman's freaking Kraken killed him.
Yeah, there it is.
That's right.
That's something.
And then he's just like, what the fuck?
Or even having the Asian scientist dude contact Manta. Something.
Yeah, like I found who killed your dad.
Yes, yeah. Something.
Because we know he's gonna be he's gonna have his own movie now against.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, this is kind of trash because. Like what? Like
there's so much.
There's so much going on.
There's so much going on.
And they have I think it's called Young Justice. It's like an animated series of the DC and Black Manta. I don't know how true it is to the comics because I don't really follow DC comics, but he has a son in that Young Justice and it's Aqualad, and Aqualad's a superhero. So when I first thought it, I was like, oh, this dude's gonna become Aqualad. Like I was thinking that. Aquaman's gonna save him or something. I thought something was gonna happen, but then I was like, oh no, he just stabbed like 20 people in the beginning. There's no way he becomes Aqualad. So I was like, all right, so we're just gonna do this then. But I mean, if he is Black Manta, that means he could have a son eventually that works under Aquaman. But I don't know. Something could happen. But like, I don't see what they were trying to like. Now that you point out like that, like they were trying to do so much.
They really could have went in more depth with everything because there's like even with Atlantis and all the different like whatever
kingdoms
like they really could have went on in depth, but they really just like skipped over it in like a 30-second. Oh, some reverted back to fish. Some reverted back to prehistoric before fish, and that was it. And then they like went to those kingdoms. Like, give each kingdom like a little like spiel, like where they're actually like going through, not just you're in the kingdom.
Same thing,
like the hall. You just cut the damn king in half and make the princess become.
If they developed that more, then they could have had like some council where like the Aquaman's little brother could have met with like the fish man king, and they could have like talked about it instead of just killing him. So now we hate this dude even more.
Yeah.
Right? But if he just talked to him and convinced him on his side, then we
I think they're trying to get that Thor Loki stuff going on with Aquaman and his brother.
Yeah, because his brother's alive. Like, he doesn't die. I thought
he was like, talk to me when you're ready.
And that fool gave him a smile. This dude just did genocide to everybody, and he's gonna
really
he gets off
murdering people.
He gets off with a smile, and I was like, the dude was like, give him a room with a view. So that to me, that means he's probably gonna get into like some posh like apartment.
I'd have snapped his neck, bro.
He's gonna be in an apartment underwater somewhere, just watching. Oh, Aquaman really is.
He like really the fish people are gonna be pissed at him.
Yeah,
he just killed the king.
Like that daughter ain't never gonna let that go.
Yeah, little Ariel, she was pissed.
Dad was murdered in front of her eyes, bro.
And he forced her. He
conscripted
her into the army.
Yeah, she was fighting.
She almost died when the Kraken came.
Aquaman, please.
That's what when she saw Mirror come, she was like, yeah, Aquaman he's the king. She was trying to stop that.
Oh yeah, he's the king. I swear.
And is Aquaman special?
What do you mean?
I didn't really get like among his people. Like, is he super strong?
No, that's what. Dude, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, he's just an average ass Atlantis person
average.
because they all can jump and swim hella fast.
Everything.
It's only because he can talk to fish.
That was his special
that's
power.
His specialty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, but like it just breaks it down because it's like, yo, when that fool, and I don't know, you haven't seen Justice League, right?
No.
Did you see Justice League?
Justice League, I've seen Justice League.
Okay, Justice League, when that fool is that big monster, Steppenwolf or whatever, alien, whatever, he comes down there and Aquaman's the only Atlantean to go fight him. How come the whole squad is just?
I know, because they all were strong enough.
They were all like more prepared to fight him.
Yeah.
Like, how come they just didn't come in and beat his ass?
Yeah.
Because like the Amazons, they got wrecked.
Yeah.
They got destroyed. So I'm thinking like those dudes down there, they could have a whole army of different fish things.
I know.
Yeah.
That whole Justice League makes no sense now because they made Aquaman just like a regular person, and the only reason why he was like a regular Atlantean, the only reason why he was special was because he could talk to fish, and they didn't develop where he got that from.
And he doesn't even like utilize it really.
He doesn't.
He just like hides in a
fish mouth.
He hides in a freaking.
And at the end when he called all the sharks to.
He's like, all right.
And how many? That pissed me off because I'm pretty sure like there's not that many killer whales in the ocean, and how'd they get there so fast? And they were how deep were they? Like
that's the problem with Aquaman.
Hey, but honestly, I gotta plug Aquaman for coming through clutch, giving Telecom his star power, man.
Telecom was biting the hell out of people.
Showing Telecom like
his true colors.
Finally showing Telecom for what he is, man, and how he can thrive out in the ocean.
In his correct role.
Yeah.
He will bite the crap
out of you. He will bite the shit out of you.
Yeah, he will. If you were swimming next to him.
Thank you for giving Telecom the limelight, bro.
I want to trash the Atlanteans one more time.
Yeah, get him,
when they had that meeting, when they had that little meeting with the bad king and the other king, and then that one submarine came and wrecked all their shit. Yeah. I was like, and y'all want to fight us?
Yeah.
One old ass. That wasn't even an American submarine. That was a Russian submarine.
It was.
And it looked old. The dude was like, that's an old submarine. But that submarine wrecked all of them.
It fired one missile and it took out that whole.
That's why they had to do a sneak attack. If they came against us, they would have. I see why Atlantis was sunken, bro. Yeah. They couldn't handle it. Like they shot one missile. One missile. Granted, the king came in and like sleep, cut it up. But imagine if we had the whole infantry. We're just dropping bombs from ships.
Imagine if there was 2 missiles.
True, but it was also only like a little squad of
It was true. But it was one.
It was probably the elite squad, though, because they were by the king.
But it was one submarine by Black Manta. The dude was like, I need a bigger helmet. Big Dome took on the King's Guard. He took on the King's Guard of like 2 different nations.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Imagine if we had actually trained warriors.
I know.
And then you gotta admit, like, I was like, yeah, y'all gonna try to attack the surface, but Superman's gonna shoot down there and wreck all you guys. So they didn't pay attention to Superman. They didn't mention him. I think he should have been mentioned.
Yeah.
Because they're like, how are we gonna get around Superman? And then somebody should have been like, well, you let me handle that, and they could have brought out a piece of Krypton or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just something like I wanted them to pay. Like, if you're gonna create a universe, you gotta like pay respect to other things in the universe.
Yeah.
Like
how could affect what's going on.
Yeah, how come Batman didn't like have any surveillance or anything? He could have like.
Or like when they had that big ass tsunami, like
I was thinking,
like Superman just comes in like.
Because in Justice League, there was a fire across in like Argentina, and he flew from he flew somewhere.
I gotta go.
Yeah, he was at a party. Said, "I gotta go. It smells like a campfire out there." And then he flew over there and he put that out, saved some kids. And then so you telling me a freaking tidal wave happens in Boston? I don't know how close Boston is to Metropolis, but I'm pretty sure for Superman it's
Where is Metropolis located?
I'm pretty sure the Metropolis is right next to New York. So that makes it even more bad that Superman didn't come stop a tidal wave.
That tidal wave probably hit where he was at anyway.
Probably hit.
Yeah. They could have easily snuck it in when they were doing like the news montage of all the tidal waves. They could just show like
you just see
like something like
you
that.
Just like the just like comes by like Superman's
there. Or Wonder Woman like doing something.
So it's like they had a standalone movie and they didn't mention anything after the standalone movie. Like I feel like every movie after Avengers had some connection or they said something about another Avenger in their movie. Yeah, at least it's a one joke.
They always would like bring in another guy.
Something like that. It don't even have to be like they didn't have to bring a guy in there. You just had to have a joke. Something like that. I don't think they even
Bruce could handle this.
Oh yeah, Bruce. Like I know a guy. Like all you had to say, she should have said, "Oh, how are we gonna get this?" And he's like, "Oh, I know a guy that has money."
Yeah.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. Like, oh yeah, I know a guy that can run around and do something.
Yeah.
But they never did anything. So you're just like, at first I was confused. I was like, is this before or after Justice League? And then they did say Steppenwolf.
Yeah, they said Steppenwolf. So I was like, oh, it has to be after the movie.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, so then.
So then it's like even more reason for Aquaman to say like, oh, I know a dude dressed like a bat who could help us out.
Exactly.
You know? Just something.
So a couple jokes.
Because he was always trying to put some like quirky ass little jokes in there.
And it wasn't funny.
And it wasn't funny, so might as well throw that in there.
When I realized it wasn't funny is because it was like halfway or 3/4 in the movie, and then he said a joke, and none of us laughed. But there was a squad of middle-aged women behind us, and they all laughed.
They was going on.
And the only reason why they laughed is because Jason Momoa, that's dude was like a sex symbol. Yeah. So they were like, oh, like this guy's hot. I'm gonna laugh.
Probably shirtless.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna laugh at what he's funny because he's a hot guy. So like,
yeah. Okay, I got one defense of Aquaman.
Get up.
This is my defense for some to balance it out. I thought it's mostly fight scenes, right? Would you say it's like the majority of the movie was fighting? I thought so.
Yeah.
And
I thought the fight scenes were actually like pretty entertaining.
No, I think the fights when they're like the trident on trident fighting, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. That was pretty sick.
Yeah. That and
like the whole underwater fighting idea is cool.
I thought I like that the majority of the movie was underwater.
Yeah.
Like it would just been lame if it was like some on ground movie.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they did that. I thought the CGI looked pretty good and the fight scenes were good.
They did do some like good backstory, like the whole like they got too obsessed with whatever power and that's what made Atlantis sink to the bottom and they became ocean people and I was like, that's pretty cool, like that's some good stuff. But then they just threw in way too much stuff on top of it. So there's just too much and too little.
They could have opened with that, like Black Panther opened with the whole story of like
how they got their power.
Yeah. And then it's like that's done. Now we can move on. Then they could have showed the mom like escaping from Atlantis instead of just washing up on the shore. Right? Because you've then led into like.
Because then that's a little bit of that the old Cybertron Transformers shit going on. They're having that internal war, and then they have to go flee somewhere else. Exactly. Like that hurt. But whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, there's so much more I wish I could think of off the top of the dome. Like,
I just think the best character was Big Dome. Whenever his damn helmet broke, when Manto was making his suit with his brand new Atlantean armor and war stuff, he immediately started deconstructing it. My man started making it into his own suit, and then his helmet blew up, and he said, I'm gonna need a bigger helmet.
That's what.
Why is that a better option?
Yeah, it's like, why is that helmet a better option gonna do?
And that's what we all
said. We
all said that.
Damn helmet.
After we left, we all said that. Like you immediately get these high tech, super rare Atlantean armor and weapons, and the first thing you say is, "Let me break it."
Yeah.
And spray paint.
Like, this dude doesn't even know what's going on with that technology, and he's just deconstructing it.
And then, which was crazy because all it took was for just a gun and some armor for him to like fight toe to toe with Aquaman.
Yeah.
The second time.
It's because Aquaman's your average Atlantean.
He's an average Atlantean, so I was like, he's just not special. This whole time, I'm thinking like each person in the Justice League is special within their race.
Yeah. And is Wonder Woman? Oh, she's a god killer.
Yeah, she's special.
But what makes her better than average?
Because I think she's like from like one of the Greek gods.
Oh, that's right. She's a demigod.
Yeah, she's like molded from something. Yeah,
she had that when she hit that X block.
Yeah, that's right.
They were like, oh damn, we hadn't seen that before.
Okay.
And then like I don't know, is Superman special? I think Superman
is not special.
He's not special either.
He's just special on Earth.
He's special on Earth, but
because he got wrecked by a Zod.
Yeah, so Superman ain't special either.
We got a bunch of non-special.
We got some average Joes, man. We got
that's
people.
That's why DC whack, bro. They're all just not special.
It's like when you get like a low level D1 prospect and he goes to a high school that's like a D3 and he's like D1 and he goes there and he's like hella cool because he's the only guy that's 6'4". The rest of the school's like 5'5".
Like,
that's what you guys. You guys are a bunch of D1 school transfers.
Kevin Bailey, bro.
You guys have Superman?
This dude played at a different high school than us. He came straight from New York, and he was like a 6'8". He was like a 6'8" dude, and this dude could dunk. That's why we're like, this dude came from New York. He can play basketball, and he's like 6'8". He can dunk it, and we're all freaking scared of this kid. But then he's just playing in Clovis, and he ain't shit really.
He was good. Like he went and played at like Portland or something.
Oh, where?
Some school.
Shit. He lost to us, bruh.
Oh, for real?
We beat him.
You guys beat Superman.
We
beat him. We beat Superman.
You guys are Zod.
Freshman year.
You guys are Zod.
We're Zod, bro.
You guys are Zod and the boys.
We're Zod.
And that's pretty much all. Oh, man, that's crazy. I did not think about it. So Batman's the only one that's actually...
What makes Batman special?
Rich.
He's
rich is being... That's a superpower nowadays, being rich.
I mean, I guess that's a thing.
I guess so. Wonder Woman's the only one that's actually
like naturally... Yeah. I mean, Aquaman got the fish talking.
AJ just walked in and he's just tapping his head and he's looking at me in the eyes. I don't.
Batman's not just rich; he's also a genius.
Oh, okay.
No, it seemed like a genius. He seemed kind of.
He did seem like a genius. The way he was.
His boys is a genius.
AJ, what makes Aquaman special? Do you know?
He's a merman human hybrid. And he communicates with the fish.
So it's mostly the fish talking.
Well, so he's also a really good swimmer and he's also really strong.
But as far as
he's a watered down Atlantean at that.
Oh, is it the Saiyan effect? Like you drop a little human in Saiyan and they become a Super Saiyan easier?
I think
it might be. That might.
It's like the light skinned basketball player.
That's what it is.
Aquaman's a light skinned.
He's Steph Curry.
Atlantean.
Okay, so I don't know.
Oh
in another episode that we shot, we were talking about the light skinned half and half. Those players taking over the NBA. Maybe Aquaman is just Steph Curry. He's the Steph Curry of Atlanteans.
He's the Steph Curry of Atlanteans.
Or like Gohan of Atlanteans.
Oh, yeah.
The Trunks of Atlanteans.
Yeah.
Yo, I think that might be what makes him special.
Okay.
Damn. A little human.
DC, I see you.
A little human, a little Atlantean putting it in.
DC's kind of sly.
Yeah.
We defended him.
Yeah, we defended. We debunked our own critique. Wow.
Aquaman's clean.
You trash, Aquaman. Aquaman clean, but the movie's trash.
The movie's trash.
I mean, I feel like people that really enjoy it are just like the people that are behind this middle-aged 40-year-old women. They're looking a little hot and heavy.
But I mean, I wasn't like angry.
No.
At the end, I was just like, I mean, I could have watched that when it came out on Fox.
Yeah. I would say, like you guys saying, like if it was like 10 years ago, the only movies we had were like the Hulk.
Yeah.
And I think the Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
I feel like probably wouldn't be too disappointed.
Yeah.
But it's like what Marvel has done. It's just like
But old Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire was sick.
Yeah, especially the first one.
Yeah.
And Dr. Octopus.
Dr. Ock was cool.
I think this will compete with Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with emo
Spider-Man. This will compete with Spider-Man 3.
I agree.
But I mean, visuals, like you said, CGI was cool. Some of the fight scenes were cool. The logic just didn't make sense. Like at the end when Aquaman got his Kraken,
that was.
And then they were the Atlanteans were fighting the crab people, and then for some reason Aquaman was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna surprise everybody and like bust into the scene, and like stop everybody from fighting. That's what I thought he was gonna do. But what he did was go under the crab people, and then just jump up and kill like 1 billion crab people.
And these guys didn't. They got forced into war.
The crab people got wrecked.
And the crab people are like his relatives or some bullshit.
They didn't tell us how he got the crack in there. They went through that portal. It wasn't that big.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden...
Oh, he did have the trident.
So the trident allows you to...
Wait, this is Marvel?
The trident is...
He's got the Mjolnir?
Mjolnir?
He's got the Mjolnir?
He has Mjolnir?
He has Mjolnir now?
I don't know.
Can Thor pick up the trident?
Oh. Can Thor pick up the trident?
That's a mystery.
We need a crossover. We'll never. That's a question we'll never know. Do you guys want to talk about it some more?
No, I'm done.
All right.
I'm Aquaman out.
I said my piece.
I said my piece too. Rating. What would you guys give it to scale? We gotta do we gotta start scaling.
2.5
out of 5.
tridents out of 5.
I gave it
a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I gave it 2.5 to 3. I mean, it's watchable. I wouldn't like we said, wouldn't be pissed off at it. It'd probably be better if it came on TV.
Yeah.
If it was on Netflix.
Yeah. If it was on Netflix, I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Yeah. I'm happy if it's on Netflix.
I might even go 3. I might go 3 out of 5.
3 tridents?
Yeah, just because I enjoyed the fighting. I thought it was fun.
The underwater fighting was cool. I'll give him that.
It kept me on my toes enough to where I was like Aquaman, he might lose this fight, right? Because I don't like when superheroes movies are like, this dude's obviously gonna win this fight. Like most fights, I was like, yeah, he might, except for at the end when you knew he was obviously gonna win.
Yeah.
But like when they did that Ring of Fire thing, I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
The Ring of Fire.
They really channeled in Nemo.
That's the only thing with the Ring of Fire. The one thing with the Ring of Fire.
Shark Nemo hard.
It's a shark
bait. The Ring of Fire.
I swear, that's the only problem. That's another problem. They said the Ring of Fire. I was looking for fire, and there's nothing but lava everywhere.
They really.
And I was like, because you guys don't know what fire is. But no, I agree with you.
They didn't even have to stay anywhere. They just fucking swam all over the place.
I like redheads, so you know.
They had Ariel in it.
You know, you can't get mad at a redheaded protagonist.
Yeah.
Heroine.
Heroine.
I like heroine. Heroines, I mean, not heroin. Like the.
She had maybe more natural power than
she was. She was freaking.
She was
freaking strong.
She was an avatar.
She was super strong.
She had wine needles.
Yeah.
She killed those dudes with wine.
Bro. That was like
crazy.
That was crazy.
That was cool.
She was cool.
Yeah, she was a dope character. And she was a princess, so she had royal blood, so she can breathe out of water.
So
see, she was interesting, right? She had like family. She's like, I don't agree with my dad. I'm like revolting. I'm in this marriage. I don't want to be in.
She was interesting.
And then she was like, I don't even like you.
Yeah.
But you're just necessary. Mm-hmm. So she was like, sometimes you gotta do it.
Then she started like, I want that Aquaman. I want that Aquaman.
Oh my God. It's just what happens. You got the long hair going.
And he's a hybrid.
And he's a hybrid. Everybody likes hybrids. Everybody loves hybrids.
Everybody likes hybrids.
Shout out to Gohan, Steph Curry. I don't know any more hybrids. I think AJ drives a hybrid. Shout out to AJ.
Priuses.
Yeah.
Shout out to Priuses.
Shout out to Prius everywhere.
Yeah.
Aquaman is basically a Prius. All right.
Oh, actually, it's pretty good.
You know, you think more, it doesn't know it delivers, but it gets you there. All right. So now we are moving on from Aquaman and moving on to Birdbox. If you have not seen Birdbox, I suggest you leave the room or you're going to get spoiled. Leave the room, but leave the wings. You leave, just leave. So, all right, guys. How'd you guys feel about Birdbox? Cuckoo, cuckoo.
I'll let you guys start.
Well, if you've seen A Quiet Place, Birdbox is similar, very similar to A Quiet Place, and I enjoyed A Quiet Place.
I did too.
That was like, it's that suspense. It's like a suspense thriller. Is that what you described that?
I guess it's not really like I thought it was.
It's not like a scary. Yeah, it's not like a horror movie. It's like a suspense movie. But Bird Box was nice. Like, honestly, I'm always pulling for my girl Sandy Bullock. You know, she comes in hard, bro. She pulled a guy. She bred Michael Orr. She does it all. So Sandy Bullock was nice in it too.
Yeah, she was pretty good. I liked her. Yeah, I would say, like, I liked it. I'll pretty much watch it because it was getting all this hype.
Yeah.
There were so many, like, memes and stuff. We're like, all right, we gotta
Hear
watch
No
this.
Evil.
Yeah.
So then, I liked it. There's, like, a couple things I wish were different or that they explained more. But overall, I was interested in the movie when I was watching it. I was, like, invested, I guess.
I liked it, too, because, like, I like movies where, like, there's, like, a post-apocalyptic world, right? And then it's really like people like it's like the condition of the human mind and how people interact with each other once like the laws of society break down. And like you see like who goes crazy instantly, who's just there to bang each other out. And like who's building something, who can't handle it, who can handle it, who adapts. Because like they'll take like the average person who's like a failure in society, and then they always build them up to be like can handle it just because they're built like that, or like psychologically they can handle it. So I like movies that do this, and they did it pretty well. Like they really like trapped them inside that house.
I like seeing how they have to like how they thrive or survive with whatever's been taken away. Like how they're able to adapt with like having the blindfolds on, and how they have like she carried around a freaking fly rod, the spinner with the line on it to like make sure she could get back. I was like, that's just that's cool. Or like in the quiet place where they had the sand down on the ground for them to walk around so their footsteps didn't make any noise. There's just like those little details. I think that's so cool. That's like
cool.
Showing how they can like just like
it helps you buy into like the rules of this movie.
Or like even the little scene where they had the kids like hitting whatever thing was, and they're like, if it's louder, then you're near, or you're out in the open. If it's quieter, then you're closer to something. I was like, that's just like,
smart.
It's cool things to like throw in and show how like these people learn to adapt and survive in whatever environment they're in. You know, and they did good with it. Like I bought into the whole movie. I was like, from the first moment that we started watching, I was like, I'm watching this.
I feel like everything moves in a good pattern. Everything made sense. Like it just wasn't like boom, here's all the information. They're like, we'll let you find out everything with the character. Like first you hear about Russia, and though you know there's something. Sandra Bullock's like, it's only in Russia. Then you see like she goes to the doctors, and that one lady's just like smashing her head,
that was crazy.
And she's like automatically like, it's here. So you're like, okay, something's here. Then you start seeing, you're like, but what is it? So then you start seeing symptoms, and they use her sister as like the ultimate, like to let you know. They use her sister to know that it's all about vision. Because I think we talked about Sandra Bullock like looked away to get something.
She got something out the back.
She got something out the back, so she didn't see it, and then her sister saw it and just went crazy and then killed herself. So you like learn everything, and then.
But it's like I don't understand what they're seeing. Is it something from the past that means so much to them? Because that's what it seemed for some of them. But then for others, it didn't seem like. It didn't seem like that.
I heard they see their biggest fear.
Because for her sister, it was like, or for the lady who went out to save Sam,
Lydia lady.
She was like, Mom? It's like her mom, like seeing her mom who had died or something. And that's who she saw, and that's what made her kill herself. And the sister, I don't even know what she saw. But like whatever she was seeing made her like come to tears.
She just said like, what is that? Or something.
And her, like she was just crying like so much, and I was like, I don't know what she's seeing. But it was like a different reaction for every person.
That's interesting.
Like the mom, the lady who had a kid with Sandra Bullock at the same time. Like I don't even remember what she said, but she just jumped out.
I don't think she said anything.
She ran out the window.
Oh. So it's just I don't know. It's like I wonder if like what they saw was per circumstance.
I think it was like different for each person.
It had to have been because like when Mallory was in the forest, she heard like 20 different voices.
Because it was like she heard I forget his name. Tom's voice.
She heard Tom's.
Like, Mallory, it's okay, I'm here. Like, take off your blindfold, let me see you, or all this crap. And the kids heard Mallory's voice. Like, it's okay, you can take off your blindfold, I'm here. Look at me, and this stuff is like, it's maybe it's just they hear what makes them look, or whatever.
But see, I didn't really get that because like, at first it was just you had to see it.
I hated that part.
And then at the end there was all this like auditory stuff.
It went from all you had to do was see it.
You see it, that's what makes you kill yourself, and that's how you die. Then there's some hybrid ass humans who saw it, and then they're able to take it and they liked it. So if you like it, then you're able to like control it, and all you do is like your sole purpose after that is to make other people see it or to murder them. Or like what is that? Because that's what that freaking.
That's what he wanted.
The dude in the Fish Fingers.
Fish Fingers.
Fish Fingers. I swear he murdered that fool.
Because
that dude did not kill himself.
No, because he like tried to. He was banging on the fridge door or whatever. And then the dude from Get Out ran and like tackled him. So that dude died.
So did Fish Finger stab him or something?
I don't think he stabbed him. I think he just showed him the light.
Probably. And then dude killed himself immediately because blood was.
That
it wasn't like he had the whole like eyes start turning and then he stabbed himself. It's like he ran in there. Fish Fingers like.
I think Fish Fingers might have killed him.
See, that's why I was like, are those dudes like there to murder you or to take off your blindfold?
I think they were just there to take off the blindfold.
Because even the ones at the very end who killed Tom,
those fools were driving cars.
They were strapped.
They were driving cars.
They were
cognitive.
They were driving. They were ready to shoot. So it's like, what is what is their purpose?
That's the one thing I would wish there was more explanation on what it was. Like as far as what,
I wish they would have like started finding out like what's going on. Why are they doing this?
Why it's there? Why it's attacking people? And then why are these people different from those people? Yeah. They had some explanation where it's like if you're crazy.
Yeah, and it's like that doesn't
help. That was bad because like it's just okay if you're.
So if you're like not right in the head, then like you can look at it and you're okay, but you just want to go. You just want to make other people see what you saw
or basically kill them. So
that's the good part about Quiet Place was it built along and like told you why what was happening. Mm-hmm. It was like the aliens or whatever reacted at sound because they had such sensitive hearing. They just were like, I want to make that sound stop, so I'm gonna fucking kill it. Because they had because they can hear. They can hear, but then if it's like loud, I feel like they're just like fuck that noise. Like I don't want to hear that shit.
Like at the end when they do whatever.
Yeah, but then like in Birdbox, it was just like, I don't know why is this happening? Yeah. So was it that fool from Get Out's theory? Like,
I remember he was going in
because he was like spot on.
He was talking about that it was just like the end of the world or something.
But it's like why is it happening? Why are the?
I think he was like Day of Reckoning, Judgment Day type stuff.
Yeah, but like, how is that judgment?
It's
like if you looked over there. You fucked up. That's the ultimate sin.
Or only the crazy people are good.
Yeah,
right?
That
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know because I think it does go back to his theory. And
blind people are the purest people because they can't see.
Well, I did like that twist.
No, I love that.
I like how because you're like, what place can they go that's safe with normal people? There's no place that's gonna be safe. And then you get to the school of the blind, and you're like,
no, that has me like.
I was like, that was a good.
Feels,
like, okay.
bro.
I was like, all right, that's clean. That's nice. And then. I mean, they had a bunch of birds, so the birds started chirping. You just close your eyes.
Close your eyes. The thing's here again. You're gonna hear all your loved ones yelling at you.
Just close your eyes.
Just close your eyes. You're blind. You're gonna be okay.
And then I like how the Tom guy, I like how he died.
Yeah,
he just was like
that was respect because he was like he was turning. Mm-hmm. He still shot the dude from Batman, Scarecrow. He shot Scarecrow, and then he shot himself.
Yeah,
right? Wasn't that dope. Scarecrow?
No, that fool was the Joker.
Oh,
no, not Joker, but he was.
Oh no, he was like some whack ass assistant.
He was like a cop or something.
Evil assistant.
Yeah, he was like
he was out in the parade.
Yeah, he was out. Yeah,
parade, yeah.
But
he just said. Fuck it.
Yeah, that was clean. That was clean. That was because they were all they were gonna kill that.
I thought he was gonna do that and like kill them all, and nothing was gonna happen because whatever it was had gone away. At that point. I thought that might have been a thing, but then like his eyes say, and I was like, oh fuck.
I was like, damn.
I was like, no, there's still one left. And he's like, he turns his head and blasts that fool, and then. Immediately the gun, I was like, right when I saw his eyes and then the gun like came back, I was like, he's turning that on his head so fast, and he's like, just.
But even at the start of that, when he was still just like, he came out the house and he was like, "What do you guys want?"
Yeah.
But then Sandra Bullock and the kids were like escaping, and one of them was like, "Oh, I got a woman and two kids," and then immediately
he's like
that was cool because it wasn't like it's not believable if they just like escape without making a noise, right? Or escape without being seen because the other people can see.
Yeah.
Especially if they're running out there with fucking blindfolds on.
Yeah, and it's so hard.
They don't even know when to be quiet.
It's so hard not to be.
So they did, but that dude's an idiot for saying a woman and two kids. Just like, like come on, bro. But I am kind of surprised on how he was able to just snipe them.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was from Iraq. He said he was from like Iraq, I think, right?
Was he blind in Iraq?
Yeah. I guess he heard the direction.
I mean, he had 5 years of no blindfold.
You're right.
Yeah, 5 years.
It still gets me though. It's just like he has a shotgun, so you only have a select amount of shots to be accurate with.
I mean, at that point, I want to see those. I want to see them live, so I was able to suspend my disbelief for that. And for this movie, it was easy to suspend your disbelief.
Yeah, that's
because they kind of keep it pretty believable.
Mm-hmm. Like. Can you go 2 days on a river without looking? I don't think so. But
that was crazy.
But like whatever, like you.
But I mean, they've gone without looking their whole lives essentially.
Yeah, that's true. But a river is like, you don't know, like you could be turned around, like you're spinning like in the boat.
Oh, I know.
Like you don't know which way is what.
Yeah, I didn't really like get the magnitude of that. That's actually really scary.
Yeah,
that'd be.
I'd be shitting my pants.
Yeah.
And like the only thing I would say is because like they did take off the blindfold every now and then to
like talk.
Yeah. Okay.
But they had the blanket. But I feel like there was
like
still
see the boat. I guess.
Yeah, I think there was still that, and then they had the birds. So I think I think in that situation, I think you would be able to peek out a little bit if you have the birds with you, right? You probably wouldn't want to chance it.
I honestly, the reasoning for the birds was they can detect if whatever the hell the thing was around, but why birds?
I think
because what's the significance of it being birds?
Yeah, because birds
to be able to sense shit.
Well, I think because like
why didn't they make it a fucking horse?
Nah, it was. I think what they were trying to do is because if you go down to mines, right? You took mines into canaries, and they can sense like toxic gas, like toxic gas and stuff like that. But like I would actually that they should have explained that in the movie.
They should have made them be raised.
But then it was like, is it airborne? But why can't you? Because the birds are smell, right? Those are for smell. Then everybody that smells it should get it. Then. Yeah. So that's why I was kind of thinking that, but no one was like, they're not breathing it in, and that's more like this is like pollen. It's like a pathogen, I guess. I don't know. So that's why like the bird made sense, but they didn't flesh out enough.
Yeah, because they make it seem with the birds. They make it seem like it has to be close, and that's also at the end when they're showing like the ball of air coming at them. Right? It made it seem like it's a thing and it's coming. But the rest of the movie, it was just like if you look, then like it doesn't matter where you look.
It doesn't matter if it's like 6 miles down the road. It doesn't matter if it's on a TV screen.
So like,
if you what's the bird gonna do?
Yeah. Close your eyes real quick. I don't know.
The bird's just like chirp, chirp, chirp. I can see it on the TV screen. So don't look at the TV.
Exactly. That's a good point because that dude got messed up. Yeah,
he got messed up by a computer.
Screen.
And that what other. I guess that guy, we still don't know if he got messed up by the drawing or if we decided it was dormant in his body until he decided to pull it out.
After talking about like the guys in the car and stuff, I think he just always had it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how you could like turn it on. Like it was off. Like
I
don't think he was infected or like he chose to like get the like I need to see it because like right when they decide they need to see it, they start fucking tearing shit down.
Yeah, he did.
You know, but like,
so
he was fine. Like I feel like he came in and I feel like he was clear headed. I think he was.
When did he get messed up?
When did he decide to turn? I don't know. When he had the opportunity, then he's like, "Oh, now I want to fuck people up."
See, that's what I thought it was. I thought the whole time he was one of the people who like can look at the demons, but is like cool.
But his eyes changed. That's what
they don't explain.
I was just like, why did his eyes change? Yeah. Why weren't his eyes already like that?
Because if he was normal when he got into the house, how did he know to draw those demons?
Yeah,
like
that's true. I don't know. It was strange. It was a great movie. It was just there's some things that I was like I don't understand what's going on.
They also didn't explain. So like they didn't talk about any other animals, right?
Yeah.
Like so.
Well, they talked about the horses at the beginning.
Oh, they did.
Like her sister, they were raised on a horse ranch, so that's why I thought they were gonna play into horses. And even like when she was watching the news thing, she saw a horse running. Like right after her sister died, and was like, "Is this supposed to mean something? Can like all animals sense it?" And that's why the kid had a dog and the girl had a cat. But I guess she was talking about the Hello Kitty cat the whole time. But then they kind of fell off of the horses and went straight to the birds.
Yeah. Because they were talking about birds, but I was like, so what about dogs? And
like
can they sense it?
That's what I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't really talk about that.
Yeah, because I'm trying to see right now, see if I see any like the professor guy. I don't think I can see his eyes.
Yeah, his eyes came in. They were normal. Like they
and they wouldn't have let him in if his eyes were.
Yeah.
So when he came in, he knew the whole thing about how like he gave that story about he was in another house. And they let in a person who had a blindfold on, but was actually like a bad person.
Yeah.
So like I assumed that he was one of those too.
Yeah.
He was just like telling a lie, but then like I don't know, how would they have known to like have a blindfold?
I don't know.
Because that was like pretty quick. I don't know.
It's weird. I just don't. Because even I'm telling you, the ones at the end that killed him, killed the main guy at the end. Their eyes were like they were just normal. I mean, maybe they were black, rather than like they didn't have people that were just pure black. I can't really remember that, but they just looked like normal eyes. They weren't the bright orange, like bright orange. Can you see?
Going on like I can't really tell from where the camera is. Like I can't see their eyes really.
I'm telling you, I don't think they're. Oh damn! Is this the whole movie?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I rewinded so far.
But like it I get so confusing because I don't think I saw that their eyes were like too crazy.
Yeah.
But so like it's like that's why I was thinking like the thing looks like one of those pictures on the that he drew like because like the black guy he looked at one of those pictures and nothing.
Yeah, because why are they drawing those?
There has to be something.
There has to be a reason for like a reference for what they're drawing.
I think he just drew them because those people were like obsessed with getting people to see whatever the demons.
These guys are normal.
Which one?
One of these, like scalper dudes.
I feel like the Joker's eyes were normal.
Yeah.
The dude from Batman.
Yeah, the dude from Batman's eyes.
The dude from Dark Knight, I can know his eyes were normal.
Yeah. So it's like what?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
But yeah, I think he was drawing those demons because those people are obsessed with getting people to see the demons. So he was like, he had like free time, and he was like, "Well, I just want to see the demons because I'm obsessed with it." That's what
it's strange. I was just like, why throw the demon bit in there?
Yeah, I agree. Like it keeps it more mysterious. I think they should have gone one of two ways. One, you like make it straight up that these are demons, and you show maybe
like at some point you show a glimpse of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you go the other way and you don't show anything. Yeah. No balls of air.
Yeah,
no
leaves,
the
balls of air were
nothing.
That started getting me. I was like, is it is it something that's actually there that can like touch you and like mess with you, or is it
everywhere?
It's just like if you take off your blindfold and you see this thing, it's a thing. It can't touch you. It gets you.
Yeah. So it's like I haven't seen Quiet Place, but it seemed like Quiet Place was like sound.
Yeah.
So Quiet Place was sound. If you made any noise that was too loud, then whatever the aliens were coming, like they would kill you.
So then this one, it started off with sight, and then it went to hearing. So now it's like, so if you covered it, like if you saw this demon coming, right, you covered up your eyes and you just covered up your ears with something, you'll be fine. Just sitting there. As long as the crazy people didn't chase you.
Helen Keller would have had a great time.
She'd have been killing it.
She'd have been sitting there just chilling. No one would even know.
Reading her braille book.
So I think it's like because like at some point that little sanctuary, like how are they gonna get food?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think I saw them have like a little farm type of thing.
But they're calling everybody in the world.
I know.
And how about what happens when these crazy guys come?
I know. I don't understand. So I guess like all the birds will start freaking out. But does that mean they're gonna go up in arms and just
not let them in?
I guess there's a combination of sightseers and blind people.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, so like. And movies do that a lot. They make it to the sanctuary, and that's like the end game. That's just
Wait, hold on. But if it went from sight to sound, then won't the blind people get effed up by, like them talking?
But the sound seemed like just a way to get them off. Look.
Yeah,
like they seemed fine if they were just like it was like a test.
Like no matter what you say to a blind person, they're not gonna be able to see.
You never know.
I feel bad about saying that. I'm just.
Oculus device.
Well, the freaking demon's gonna have one and just, hey, put this on. Put this on. And then, like, a blind person won't even know what they're looking at. They'll be like, what the fuck?
They're so pissed.
They're like, what the fuck is this?
What is that shit?
So, yeah. Oh, man, but there was something I wanted to ask about, but I can't remember what it was. But, damn.
I was thinking when they go to the grocery store, they get all the food, they come back. And then Machine Gun Kelly and the chick just leave. They just steal it. They were just like, whatever. Like, we lost the food. Oh, well. They didn't, like, freak out like, oh, shit, like, how are we going to get food now?
Oh, they didn't even, like, go into how they made it past that point.
Yeah, they were just like...
They just were.
Yeah. And then they go 5 years with kids, and they... somehow got food. Well, they were making those raids on the houses.
They were running the houses.
So I guess we just assumed they were doing that ever since they lost the car. Yeah. But they just seemed like strangely cool with like the car.
Yeah, they were just pissed.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well.
Yeah.
And so I'm just saying, so like they just adapted to there being enemies out there because of the crazy guy, or.
I guess, yeah.
So they that's the only thing I was like, so they just knew those guys in the cars were like, because like at first when we saw them, she goes back and she was like, they're getting closer or something. She said something like that, and I was like, oh, so you guys, this is like, this is normal.
Mm-hmm. And then also, for some reason, the cars had the windows like blacked out.
Yeah, that's
like true. They had it as if they couldn't see out of it.
That's true. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I swear the cars were like tinted or blacked out, and I was like, why?
Unless they just
stole some cars.
But why are you still in a freaking car that's been blacked out? Or can they see you? Like they can see through that.
You just roll up to the dealership and just pick any car you want.
Yeah.
Maybe they're being controlled by a demon then.
They must be, or whatever it was controlling them. That's what I think.
Because I guess if a demon can control you to kill yourself, it can control you to do other things.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point. Like they were just controlled.
So they were just being controlled.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
but then again, that's a dumbass demon because he got killed by what they do with shotgun.
I know.
Like it was. So it's like a lot of questions. Like I figured that none of us have watched any like explanation videos.
Yeah.
So this is all off the top of the dome. So I mean, I think it was a good movie. There was
I liked it. I really
especially for a Netflix movie. I feel like it's good.
Yeah,
that's surprising that it was just a Netflix thing.
Yeah,
I like that.
I don't know if there's really been any other Netflix movies where I was like, it had some hype, and that's what got me to watch it.
Yeah.
Usually I just see them and I'm like, maybe I'll watch that.
Yeah.
But this was actually like I'm seeking it out.
Yeah. I mean, there was so much hype.
There was so much hype, yeah.
For me, I feel like they pretty much met the hype.
Yeah.
Like, to some extent. Yeah, they met the hype for me. I mean, I didn't go in there with crazy expectations, but I feel like it's a decent movie. I feel like it'll be a decent movie, enough to make memes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it didn't really let me down.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So we are at about 56 minutes on this episode. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about or anything?
Not movie related.
Anything movie related? So how are you rating this movie?
I'm gonna rate it.
How many eyes do you give this? Yeah, because it's like or blindfolds. How many blindfolds do you give it?
But isn't less eyes better in this case?
I'd still rather have 2 eyes.
Still rather have my eyes.
But would you rather have?
All right, how many blindfolds?
Would you rather have 4 eyes? Or 5 eyes. Because then that's just more chances of you seeing that shit.
Depends on where my eyes are.
They're all in your head.
Like size?
Like here, and then one
That's
right
still
there.
one blindfold, baby.
Alright.
That's still one blindfold.
Alright.
you just made a line.
2 on your temples.
And 1 on your forehead.
One smack dab on your forehead.
Yeah, I get around 1 blindfold. Alright, so how many blindfolds out of 5 do you give this one?
How many I'm gonna go 4 blindfolds out of 5. 4 blindfolds. Because I liked Quiet Place. Quiet Place?
Yeah.
I liked that one a little bit more because I felt like it was more complete in how I understood it. So 4 out of 5 blindfolds.
Same. I was thinking it's like an 80%.
Yeah.
I'd give this movie like a B minus.
I'm with that 4 out of 4 blindfolds. Like I'd recommend this movie to other people to watch it.
Yeah.
83% Rotten Tomatoes.
It was?
Oh, I don't know.
Was the Aquaman right?
What was Aquaman? What we rate that one?
No, but you gave a Rotten Tomato score.
I did. I remember.
Oh, it's like I thought you were just guessing these scores.
No, I am, bro. I'm making it myself.
Let's do like 7% Aquaman on Rotten Tomatoes.
7% Aquaman.
Well, screw Rotten Tomatoes anyways. Like, those are critics.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about what they say.
Wait, don't they? I thought they combined stuff.
They're still.
Yeah, sure.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't pay attention.
I thought those were just douchebag critics. Cause critics always see the movie differently than normal people.
Yeah.
Just because they watch.
Just like food critics. Man, just eat the damn pizza. It's just a pizza.
But movie critics, they go to film school and they watch Rosebud, or what is that? No, Citizen Kane.
Oh yeah.
They watch Citizen Kane and then they think they know everything about film. But whatever. Nobody has any last words? Anything, G?
I think I'm good.
Like I said, we gotta get G on more episodes.
The remote podcast.
Yeah, we gotta get him phone in more. Let's get Skype. You got Skype?
Yeah, I got Skype.
Can we 3-way Skype?
I think we can.
If we get 3-way Skype, then we set.
You can do that Google Hangouts too.
I'll hang out with anybody.
Especially not on Google.
No,
that's too much information out there. G trying to get more information.
Bro, you're trying to get us tracked down.
I'm still on identities.
Oh, jeez.
Damn, bro.
Well, thanks for joining us today. As always, stay Stay unqualified, live uneducated. We just knocked out 2 in a row.
Boom.
Easy money.
That's right.